Namaste, welcome to day 2 of drills. Hope you got on okay yesterday, and let's give today a go. So we're going to start lying down on the floor, on our backs. I'm going to begin with pelvic tilt. So as you come down onto your back, feet on the floor about hip distance apart, shoulders rolled back and down, palms of the hands on the floor. And what we're going to do first, what we did yesterday, is just to exhale, feel the abdominal area, pelvic floor drawing in and up. And then as we breathe in, just roll the pelvis up. And then on the exhale, release. So drawing the pelvis in and up, and then release. So you just get used to how it feels. When we roll the pelvis up, we're engaging the deep, smaller abdominal muscles. And we'll go for 6, 5, 4, hello Otti, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So straight into the next set. You're going to shoulders back and down. Exhale, draw the abdomen, pelvic floor in and up. Float the heels from the floor, walk them in a little. And then remember to flatten your back onto the floor. Palms of your hands to your sides to begin with. We're going to lift the right leg. And then without moving the core, you're going to lift the left leg. So we're going to hold it here. This is a great place to be for a few breaths. If it's okay, we're going to take the arms up, drop the shoulders back and down. You want the shins to be parallel to the ceilings, the thighs to be perpendicular to the floor, and you want your knees to be over your hip joints. So we'll just go here for 30 seconds. And you might begin to feel your core speaking to you. So it's like you're drawing a tight corset around the middle part of your body. So just looking to wake up muscles in the core. Actively pressing the lower back into the mat. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly lower the feet back down and release your hands. Okay, take a breath in, breathe out, we'll have a few seconds break. So the next exercise is going to be the same thing, we're going to add in a layer of movement. So it's going to be single leg toe taps. So again, exhaling, abdominal area, pelvic floor engaging. See if you can connect with the toilet muscles this time. Lift the heels of your feet, keep that core connection, lower back pressing down into the mat. And then when you're ready, we can float first one leg and then the other leg, but keeping that core connection. So the action is going to be tapping your toes down. So we're moving the knee away, tapping the toe. What I'm not doing is bending the leg like this at the knee joint. What I'm doing is moving the knee away so we keep that right angle between the leg and just tap down and then slowly come back up. Then we go the other side and then we come back up. So let's go for 3 on each side. Quality over quantity. So as you're tapping one leg down, the other leg stays still. Feeling those core muscles. Good. One more. Good. Lower both the feet and release. Good. Again, we'll just have a couple of breaths here to have a rest. And then we'll go again. I don't know about you, but my core is definitely speaking to me. after yesterday's practice. So once again, reset the position. And this time we can add in another layer of movement. So lower back pressing into the mat, abdominal area drawing in, pelvic floor engaging. We float the heels up, we walk the feet in. And when you're ready, float first one leg up, then the second leg up, and then we get ready. So everything is braced, moving one leg away, back to the center, toe tap. So you can carry on like this if you want to, or you can add in the arms up. And as you tap the right leg away, take the left arm back. Not all the way back, but just part of the way. And then back to the center. Left leg, right arm. And back to the center. Right leg, left arm. And to the center. We'll keep going. Opposite sides. Don't forget to breathe. There's one set of leg and arm move. The opposites stay still. So quality over quantity. If you feel like your lower back is lifting or you're pulling into your back, then do stop. So I'm going to take one more on each side. And then lower the feet, lower the hands. Whew, my core is definitely speaking to me today. Good, so have a rest here. And know that you can take these sets again, and you look from starting at 3 and building it up to 4, to 5, to 6. Good. So next one, bicycle. Once again, brace the core, and this time as we walk the feet in, lower back presses into the mat, float the legs up one at a time. Good. And then we're going to extend one leg fully and draw the opposite leg in. So almost as if you're doing bicycle. I think yesterday we did this, but we worked without a hand. So today, I'd like you to, the higher the leg is, the easier it is. So I'd like you to think about really extending that leg low to the ground as we pull the opposite knee in. So it's almost like you're skimming the surface of your mat. And for this one, we'll go, maybe once we've got that technique, we can go a little bit speedier. But still keeping your core braced, your pelvic floor muscles contracting, perhaps even just squeeze your toilet muscles and see how that goes. So we'll go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, hug both the knees in. Have a little rock from side to side. Okay. I'm going to roll over completely onto one side and just work a different part of our core muscles. So I'm going to extend, I'm on my left side, I'm going to extend my left arm away and just let my head rest on my upper arm. You want your body to be in a long line, and we use the right hand just to support us a little bit. So have the feet in a relaxed position. Again, just brace the core here, but the action that we're going to do is to be lifting the top leg, so the right leg, and then down. Now as you lift, just think about softly pointing the foot and lifting, and as you bring it down, push through the heel, so flex the foot and bring it down. So this is the starting point. We keep the whole body on the floor, and it feels achievable. If you want a little bit of a challenge, keep going. If you want a challenge, we lift the lower leg from the floor so that the legs are just hovering just above the floor. And then we lift the right leg, flex the foot, bring it down. Point, lift, flex, lower. Point, lift, flex, lower. That's 3. We'll go for 3 more. Flex, lower. Point, lift, flex, lower. Last one. Point, lift, flex, lower. Good. Lower the legs. And we'll push up onto our elbow now. Bend the knees so that the right knee stacks on top of the left knee, the right foot stacks on top of the left foot. Elbow and shoulder are in line, and the forearm and the hand is in front of you. Use the right arm under your ribs. Pull the ribs away from the floor. So you see how much of a lift I get when I just put my hand there and lift the ribs away from the floor. So now my abdominal muscles, my oblique muscles, the side body muscles are all engaged. And the movement that we're going to do, use your right hand on the floor for support. The movement that we're going to do is clamshell. We're going to keep the heel and toes together as we lift the knee and then lower. So again, keep the legs on the floor. It's achievable for everyone. 2, 3, if that feels okay and you want to go a little bit further today, then just lift the feet from the floor. And then we go. Squeeze up and lower. Try and keep those ribs lifted. So if you've got balance, you can keep the hand on the ribs just to give that awareness and lower. So the core muscles are all connected to the muscles in the upper legs, the thighs, around the hip joints, the glutes. So we have to work all of these muscle groups in order to strengthen the core. Let's go for 2 and 1 and release. And then from here, push your way up. As you come up, take that right arm up and over and just side bend. You can walk your hand away. Just lengthen through that side of the body. We've been shortening the muscles on that side, so we just stretch them out. Good. Breathe in, breathe out. Sweep the arm back, and as you come back to the center, swing your foot over to over to the other side, and we can take that to the other side. So right arm is underneath you, extending away. Left hand is there to support you. You're completely on the right side of your body. So we start with the legs on the floor. Lift the left leg, slight point in the foot, flex the foot to lower. And again, it's not about how high we go. So I'm going just sort of mid-height really. I'm not swinging the leg all the way up. That's not the aim. We're looking to strengthen the muscles around the glutes, the thighs and the hip joints. So slight point, flex to lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. So either keep going like this, if you want a bit more of a challenge, lift the left leg from the floor and then lift the right leg from there. So sorry, we're lifting the right leg from the floor and we're lifting the left leg from that place. Point, flex to lower, point to lift, flex to lower, point to lift, flex to lower. 2 more, point to lift, flex to lower, point to lift, flex to lower, and lower down. Good. Come up onto your elbow. Align shoulder under elbow, forearm extended on the floor, knees bent, one on top of each other, feet one on top of the other. Left hand goes underneath the ribs. We pull the ribs away from the floor. You can either keep your hand here to keep those ribs lifted, or if you need a bit of balance, just place your hand on the floor. So squeeze the left knee up and down. Squeeze up and down. Keep the feet on the floor to begin with. And if that feels okay, then begin. You can lift the feet and then squeeze. Good. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. I find that my ribs drop. I constantly have to remind myself to keep the underneath ribs lifted. Good. We'll go for 3, 2, 1. Let's just do one for luck. And release. Whew. Really felt that in my hips. Come up, stretch the underneath arm away, sweep the top arm up and over. And really just stretch through that side body. Push your left ribs up. Feel them lengthen. Good. And then release down. So from here we're going to take the hands behind us and flip up onto our hands and knees. And as we come into hands and knees, find your cat-cow position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, toes stretching back, neutral back, and lift your head so that your head is level with the back of your shoulders, neither dropped nor lifted up, but level. Engage your abdominal muscles, your pelvic floor muscles. So just like what we did on the floor at the beginning of the practice. And then from here, in breath, extend your tailbone away, let your belly drop, but keep the abdominal contraction as you let your belly hang down. Chest and gaze forward, so cat head up as we exhale, rounding. Now curl the tailbone under, drop the chin to the chest, pull your front ribs into your back ribs, navel to spine. So very easy way of working with abdominal awareness, feeling the abdominal muscles contracting and stretching. So let's go for 3 more. Good. 2 more. Really taking your time to feel that contraction. And then the extension, trying to keep awareness in the abdominal area as you extend, pelvic floor engaged. And last one. So all the while we're working, we keep awareness with the abdominal muscles, pelvic floor muscles, and keep them engaged. Coming back to neutral. Tuck the toes under. If you need to give your hands a rest, then just sit back onto your heels or give the toes a little stretch. Remember to curl your toes under if they don't go naturally. We'll take the hands from the floor. You can either give them a shake them up and shake them down. So you only need to rest a couple of breaths between each change of exercise, and then when we're ready, come back onto hands and knees. Take your hands maybe half hand width forwards, let your shoulders come forwards. Keep the toes tucked under. Now really brace your core again. Imagine that tight corset around your middle area, and then from here we're going to lift the knees, just the knees, a couple of inches from the floor, and hold for 3, for 2, for 1, and release back down. So we did this position on our backs when we had the hands up and the shins parallel to the ceiling. So now we are floating our body weight in gravity. It becomes that much more challenging. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds now. Come back into your all fours. Brace the core. Toes tucked under. Pelvic floor toilet muscles engaged. Set my watch, it keeps switching off. And ready, 2, 3, 1, and lift the knees. So breathe here. Keep the back straight. Float your shoulder blades down. Your ribs at the back. Belly button to spine. Good. Nearly there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. This time, walk your hands all the way to the top end of your mat. Bring your hips down, and we'll take a wide cobra. So bring your hands a little forwards, off the mat, big toes together, knees together. Inhale, reach your nose forwards, pressing into the hands, just extend the spine. Exhale to lower. Inhale to squeeze the shoulders back. So if you're looking at the screen, I'm not pressing into my hands and going into my back. I'm keeping my upper arms a little bent. Inhale to lift. Gaze forwards, just looking ahead of your mat. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Good. Let's extend the hands in front of us. If you wear glasses like I do, I tend to keep my face just floating from the floor. You can do the same. And just a very quick exercise here, just to stretch out the core muscles, but looking to strengthen the muscles along the back of the body. So it's called just swimming, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, lifting, stretching away. We can be quite quick with this. Keep the head neutral. Almost if you're doing like a front crawls type swim. And then from here, we're going to lift both the legs, both the hands, and then just paddle here. Not touching the floor, but just hovering. So this is where the quick fire muscles in the back just get fired up. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Take a breather here. Let the heels fall out to the side. We'll bring the hands under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Squeeze the elbows in. Lift the chest. Lift the hips. Take your hips back. And we're going to float the knees from the floor an inch. And then lift the sit bones up into our downward dog. Step your feet in if you need to. And then we'll walk our dog out. Now as we walk the dog, bending one knee and stretching the opposite heel to the floor. Imagine you're walking through sticky, sticky mud. So we're not going like this. We're not bicycling. We really want to take this opportunity to stretch out the legs one at a time. And as you do that, feel the energy moving from the floor, underneath your palms, up your arms, down the length of your back. From here, really draw the abdomen in towards the back of the waist. Squeeze the pelvic floor. So the abdominal area still drawing in. Good. And then once you've had a stretch on both sides, maybe you can bend the knees and maybe stretch both the heels to the floor at the same time. Head remains relaxed. abdominal area, pelvic floor area, drawing in and up. And then with the next in-breath, just look forwards, come high onto the toes, bend the knees. I'm going to crisscross one leg in front of the other and walk towards the top of the mat, nearer to our hands. And when we get there, take the hands from the floor, cup your elbows, let your upper body just hang over the top of your hips and just swing from side to side. When you've had a few swings, just fold in the middle and then getting ready to roll up. So releasing your hands, bending those knees, and then just lifting up. Pull up your belly button. Imagine there's a string attached to the middle of your back, pulling your back up first. So you're sort of stacking your vertebrae, one on top of the other, rolling up, rolling up. Arms hanging, eventually coming back to your sides. Knees are still bent, shoulders over the hips, head over the shoulders, and then the legs straighten. And from here we'll reach the arms out and up, palms together as we exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale to the center, side bend to the left. Inhale to the center, bring the hands down. And that's our practice for today. So we'll leave it here for today. Thank you very much for joining. Namaste.